Good day, David Kelly here for Grassroots Vegan. I have to apologize for the noise outside. They're doing repair work on the parking lot below. So I got a question from Irina Lilo. I think that's how you pronounce your name. She is from the Ukraine. Um, she started doing the high-fat, raw vegan diet, a lot of nuts and seeds, that sort of stuff back in, it was June of 2012, and that didn't work out so well. She did it for about 7 months, and the the results were not what she expected from it. And so she heard about 80-10-10 and decided to try that back in January 20th of 2013. So she's been at this for about, I guess, 4 months, yeah. So she's complaining that she says, I don't feel so energy. Now her English is a little bit broken here. So I know that there are amount of vitamins, nuts like omega and so on and so on. Many people have problems because of them. Do you know or recommend something about it? I'm afraid. So that, when I read that, it's hard to give a response based on the information that I have been given, which is basically pretty much, I know nothing about her except that she's tried doing the high-fat vegan diet. That didn't work out. Now she's on 80-10-10. She claims that she's eating enough, but the first question I would have to ask you, Irina, is, are you sure you're eating enough? I mean, a lot of times we think we may be eating enough, but are you actually getting enough calories in? Do you know how much calories you're taking in each day with what you eat? And so that's important to get an accurate measurement of really how many calories you're taking in a day. And what matters here is it also depends on how physically active you are. The more active you are, the more you're going to want to eat. So figure that one out. There's nutritional charts that you can look up on the internet that can help you out determine, for example, a banana, the average size banana is about 100 calories. So you look like a young woman, and if you're physically active, then we're probably talking about anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day that you should be consuming. Another consideration is, are you getting enough greens in your diet? One of the things that comes to mind here, you're lacking energy is, and you've been doing this diet for about 4 months, and your energy levels are lower than what you would like them to be. The first thing that comes to my mind is iron deficiency, and that can be rectified. I don't know if you eat Majol dates or any kind of dates. Dates are a great source of iron and also a great source of getting calories in as well. So if you're not eating dates, perhaps you should start introducing that into your diet. And then again, the leafy greens, making sure you're getting enough leafy greens in your diet. And if you can't eat enough, then you might want to consider juicing your greens, making green smoothies. I every day or almost every day have a kale green smoothie, and for me that is kind of like a supplement for me. So there's those possibilities. Another thing too could be you're still going through detoxification, but after 4 months you should start to be coming out of that. I remember when I first went on a low-fat vegan diet, and it was not even a raw diet. I was still eating cooked food. I experienced, really, it was quite the detoxification was quite dramatic, where at times I felt like fainting, and I was really concerned about that. It was scary. But I did this diet with the supervision of a dietitian, and I did stick to it, and at a certain point that changed, and it was just the process. I was losing a lot of weight at the time, and along with the weight, there was a lot of toxins in my body that were being released, that were creating some really funky stuff. And so it could be still detox. Now, those are the kind of the superficial things that you can deal with. Making sure you're eating enough, making sure you're getting enough greens, and making sure that you're getting adequate iron in your diet. But there's another thing I would also suggest too. Again, I don't know what your background is, and you may have already done this, but have you actually gone to a doctor and got a physical with a blood test, a thorough blood test, a medical blood test, not the live blood test that you get where you can see your blood cells and whatever. I'm talking about a blood test that measures, where you can see, where they can do an analysis of whether you're deficient in certain vitamins or minerals. And that way you can know for certain whether you're iron deficient or whether you're deficient in maybe some other minerals or vitamins. So I would strongly recommend getting a complete physical, getting a blood test, and also, get tested to make sure that your hormones are in balance, and even go further, get tested for underlying health conditions, because sometimes, it could be that there may be an underlying health issue that could be quite serious and you don't know about it. And the only way to find out about it is by getting a complete physical with a thorough blood test by a medical doctor. And then, once if you still come out with a bill of health from there, then there's other things you may look at, like, again, it could be you're having difficulty assimilating nutrients from what you're eating, and that could be damage to your digestive tract. Still, you may have a large buildup of mucus in your digestive tract, and that will just take time to, for your body to eliminate the excess mucus and to heal your digestive tract. And that will happen if you continue to eat a diet of predominantly fruits and vegetables supplemented with nuts and seeds. And again, the amount of nuts and seeds, you know this, you need a small amount. And you don't need to eat nuts and seeds every day. But what's important is that you're eating enough and that you're getting enough minerals from the leafy green vegetables, and you don't want to be afraid. And so that's why I strongly recommend getting a complete physical from a qualified medical doctor. And then you can go from there on your journey towards health and fitness. So I hope that has been of help to you. Again, I don't know the details of your background, and so there may be more going on there that I just don't know based on the information you've given me. But hopefully the tips that I've given you may help you get started in the right track. Have a great day. God bless, and peace be with you.